Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful Friday morning here in Hope Bay in Cape Town. And I just want to say hi and welcome everybody, anyone who's watching the Empower Hour, the Soul Empower Hour this morning. I'm so excited this morning because I've got such a special guest that I'm chatting to this morning. And I can't actually even wait to introduce this wonderful lady to you. I am going to give you a little bit of a background first before I say hi to this wonderful lady. So earlier on this week, I was reading and scrolling through Facebook, as so many of us are doing, and I came across a really amazing article written by our guest this morning. And this article really deals with facing and ways to reduce anxiety and fear. The article is called 7 Ways to Reduce Anxiety and Fear in Our Lives. And there's so many articles that people are writing about anxiety, and we've had Maria Nixon speak about techniques to cope with anxiety. But this article specifically really spoke to my heart, and the energy of it was just so incredible that I had to get this great, amazing person who wrote this article to talk to and to share with the Soul family and with all of you out there her knowledge and her wisdom and actually her heart. So this morning I want to welcome Ilze Schlebush. Hi, Ilze.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I am here in the Stedeberg. It's still summer where I am, so that's why I'm sitting in the sun. Lovely Friday morning, and I'm so happy to join you this morning for this chat.
Yes, Ilze, your article just literally jumped out at me, and the energy that you wrote it in was just so incredible that as I said before, it was just like a no-brainer for me that you needed to be, and I needed to talk to you about these amazing techniques and ways of dealing with anxiety, as so many of us, so many people out there, are dealing with, especially in this time where we're all in lockdown in South Africa. And actually, really, it's not just a South African thing, it's now in the world. And the energy around us is so almost contagious, in the sense that, that especially negative energy of fear, and that everybody's feeling each other's energy and picking up on each other's fear, and this is causing tremendous anxiety. And besides that, being having worries about money, many people are worried about if they still are going to have jobs. Many people are struggling with being locked in with their families. It's the first time that they in such a small confined space with their families, with their children. A lot of people with young children I know are experiencing such anxiety and irritation and just feelings of guilt, and there's just so much negative emotions and things going on out there. And I just wanted to ask you, let's talk about anxiety this morning. How does this manifest in the body? What is anxiety and how does it manifest in the body?
Sorry, I lost you there for a moment. I hope I'm back on.
Yes, you are on. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. You didn't lose me, Ilze.
So yeah, inspiration for the article was because we are in lockdown. There's not a lot of things that there's a few things that we can do, but I wanted to give practical ways that we can use in our daily lives to just help us with the panic and the anxiety and the fear that we're feeling. So that was the inspiration for the article. So it's really easy steps or things to do in your normal life. So that was the inspiration behind it. So yeah, what anxiety does, it creates physical tension in our bodies, and we feel sometimes aches and pains. We feel that sometimes, and then we just feel overwhelmed and tired, and it's as if you can't see further than what you're feeling at this moment. So so that's why I wrote these simple things to do to just ease some of that stress and anxiety that we're feeling now during this time.
Yeah. So, so I know anxiety, one of the ways that anxiety manifests in our body is like an overactive mind, an overactive thoughts. That these we a lot of people talk about that monkey brain, that continuous chatter in the mind. How can we slow this mental chatter? How can we slow this down?
Yeah, it's really important to actually slow that mental chatter down during this time. But we are overwhelmed with social media and the news and everything going on. So a good thing is to slow down on the scrolling through Facebook all the time and reading all the articles that you get. But actual things that we can do is meditation, and like really, it's really easy if you just sit down for a few minutes and just close your eyes and just take deep breaths. But we'll get to that later on, more on that. But meditation is a way to quiet your mind, and then also activities, art, walking, playing with your kids, like in the moment activities that you can focus on to just quiet everything going on around us. And then just a little bit less of getting involved in everything that's going on in the world and in South Africa at the moment. So yeah, that is might be difficult to low down on that, because we are on our phones all the time now, and we want to know what's going on, and we are isolated. So that's our way out into the world. But rather follow artists or follow people that inspire you, or follow inspirational things to read, and then yeah, have more of that in your life if you need that. But meditation is a great tool to use during this time to just slow down the chatter that's going on in our own minds, things that we put also into our own minds that we create. So
Yes. Yes, the thing is that what I experience when when that chatter starts, or that busy mind starts, and especially when when you don't slow down, and you don't have a way of stopping that, it has a way of almost like running away with you. So it almost gets to a point where it's out of control, and you've got negative things coming in. And normally I think that's where the fear and the anxiety also hooks us, is in that thinking process, that mulling around of I almost want to say unaware thoughts or unaware emotions. And the next thing you know you've worked yourself up about, oh, what's going to happen to us? What's the world going to look like? Are we going to be able to pay our rent? Although we are, although most of us are still okay, there are people that aren't. But, it's really about that that those thought processes that start mulling around so fast. Um, and I think something that you mentioned in your article as well was the word grounding.
Yeah.
Or so let's speak about grounding. What is grounding, and how do we do this? What exactly is this? This grounding thing. What is this?
So grounding is actually you connect with the earth, Mother Earth. If you don't have a garden, then you can go out in the sun. But grounding is actually connecting with the earth. So it's really beneficial to walk barefoot on grass if that's possible for you. If it's not, you can touch ground, touch the touch the soil in your pot plants. It sounds stupid, but it might really help you. But if you can go out into your garden, walk barefoot on the grass, it's really beneficial early in the morning when there's still dew on the grass to walk barefoot on the grass. I know it's getting cold now, but it really helps with discharging any static electricity that we might have in our bodies, walking on dew, on grass, but even just barefoot on the soil, on the grass, it connects you with Mother Earth. So it grounds you to just for a few, your body actually grounds just for a few seconds with the energy of the earth, and it really helps in reducing anything stressful that's in your body at that moment. So that's my explanation of grounding. I do it often. I walk barefoot all the time. Even if you can't go out into your garden, walk barefoot in your flat. We don't need shoes now. So if it's too cold, wear socks, but be on the ground as much as you can with your feet. That really helps.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a very, very good tip, because it's also with, with very, very busy mind chatter, what I find is that I don't feel anchored. I feel like I'm floating. My mind's being blown around by the winds of, negative thinking, and I don't feel my feet anchored on the ground or on the earth. So it really, really would make a difference for us to be anchored, so that we can be, so that we can be anchored and solid, and held. Because I think that's one of the things that I find in this time, is when I don't feel held, that I feel unsafe. And that exacerbates that feeling of fear and anxiety, and of this, of disarray and chaos. So if I feel anchored, there's a little bit of a less of a sense of chaos. That's that's for me personally.
Definitely. Definitely.
So then, the next thing that in your article that you were talking about was something that also really resonated with me, and that is, you wrote about the breath and breathing.
Yeah,
that was the topic that you touched on.
Deep breathing is really important. We actually breathe really shallow, like especially in time of stress. We don't breathe as deep as we should to actually have oxygen in our bodies. So what deep breathing does, it slows your heart rate, and then of course your blood gets more oxygen. So it's really beneficial to do deep breathing. So there's a method called boxed breathing, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, and then you hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds, and then you pause for 4 seconds. And you can repeat this a few times. So box breathing is a method that's used to reduce panic and anxiety and stress. And it's something that you can do anywhere. Wherever you are, if you feel this, feel anxiety, you can do this deep breathing. In breath for 4 seconds. We breathe in through our nose. In breath for 4 seconds. And then we release, we pause for 4 seconds. We hold our breath for 4 seconds. And then release the breath out through our mouths for 4 seconds. And then we again pause for 4 seconds. And then you start again, and then you do it again. And you can do it as many times as you want until you actually start feeling grounded and just less all over the place with your mind and stressed and anxious. So this is a really, really, it works. Try it. And then it also helps physically that our heart rate slows down, and we actually have more oxygen in our bodies.
Oh my gosh, I'm definitely going to try that. Just by you talking me through that, I can already feel my body just relaxing a little bit more, because with doing these recordings, I'm very much out of my comfort zone. And doing these, so my heart is racing at 120 kilometers an hour, and I already feel a lot more relaxed. I'm going to start practicing this before I start my interviews. Thank you, Ilze.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you were talking about, in your article, you wrote about movements and dance. And do you want to elaborate a little bit about the movement and dancing that you wrote about?
So actually, our movement, any form of exercise, we know is beneficial for us. So, but now that we're in lockdown, there might be not like too much space to actually move around. But I do know of people that have run marathons in their backyards. So, well done to those people. You can do that if you want. But any form of exercise or movement. So dance is something that you can actually do with your whole family and involve your kids and have a dance off and a dance party, and like a nice tune to put on and like just play it out loud and just dance to it will really help with feelings of happiness and well-being and just playfulness, which we need that now in our lives. So my focus was on something like dance, but in the article, but you can run around, you can skipping, do yoga, just move your body, because our bodies accumulate energy and it makes us feel heavy. So if we move our bodies, then all of those energy starts moving around, like the stuck energy that we feel starts moving out also. So it's really beneficial to, in this time, to actually move your body. And it's fun to have a dance party at home, like involve your whole family. I know for one, kids enjoy it because I have a 4-year-old and he loves it when I put on music and I start dancing with him, and after one song we are just like laughing out loud, so much joy. So it's something that all of us can do now where we are. Try it.
Yes, I used to always say that a day without a dance is a wasted day, because it just is such fun. It's always, I know very few people that don't experience some form of happiness or joy, or literally don't have a smile on their face while they are dancing. So it's really a fun activity, I agree. And also, you were in your article, you were writing that those feel-good hormones, the serotonin and what did you say, serotonin and dopamine hormones. So these are the happy hormones that we need that our body needs to have a feeling of well-being. that these also get released when we dance and when we do exercise. That I am familiar with.
Yes, yes, definitely. And we need all the good feel chemicals in our body that we can get now. So just move your body. It's also moving your body in any form of exercise is like an active meditation. Your mind is switched to what you're doing then at that moment. So it also helps with that mind chatter and clutter that's overwhelming us at the moment.
Oh, wow, I've never thought about it like that. Some active meditation, dancing. Wow.
Yeah, dancing and any form of exercise are actually all forms of active meditation. You switch to what you're doing then, and it helps you focus on that instead of what's going on around us. Yeah.
Yes. So it basically brings us back to this present moment,
yes.
And this present moment where we are, the reality of it is that we have a roof over our heads now. We are safe now. We are not hungry now. We are loved now, and we are okay now. And that's the place where we can connect to the miracles and the magic that comes into our lives is if when we are in the now. Yeah, that's true. And it's so difficult it's I mean, this is something that I would like to challenge people on, to try and be in the now.
Yes.
You know, it's quite a difficult thing for us human beings in our natural state, because we're always thinking of the past, living in the past, missing times, things that happened, missing those times, or regretting things, or living, pondering on negative things that happened to us. Or we are busy with the future, you know, planning on what we're going to be doing, worrying about, are we going to have lack, or you know, are we going to be okay? So being in the now is really
something that you can actually do to get yourself in the moment is where you are, look around you, or think about 5 things that you are grateful for, that you have now in your life, or that you can see. Because gratefulness is something, it's an exercise that you can do daily to bring yourself into this present moment, and not thinking about the past and the future, because there are a lot of things that we are grateful for, but we're not seeing them when we are having anxiety and panic and stress and all of it. We don't see that. But if you just pause for a moment,
yes,
and look at the things that you are grateful for, that will immediately bring you into this present moment. And something else that I also do often is when I do an activity, for instance, making food, I would like really focus on what I'm doing at this moment, like cutting the tomato or just whatever I'm doing at that moment. Like focus on what you are doing. It brings you into the moment, of course, but then it's a form, you actually are less stressed when you are in the moment, because there's not that thinking of the past and thinking of the future, which always brings up forms of stress. So gratefulness and like actually focusing on what you are doing now, whatever it is.
That sounds good. That sounds great. I'm definitely going to be doing that, because after reading your article, something else that you touched on, and I'm sorry, this is not part of the questions that I thought, you know, that I told you that I'm going to be asking you, is after I read your article, one of the things that you said, or that you spoke about there, is doing art. So I literally jumped in. Well, I had for years, like probably about 3 or 4 years, I've been wanting to start painting with watercolors again. I used to paint a little bit and then stopped because of life happening, and me always being busy or living in the future or in the past, and never actually making time for that. So when I read in your article, you said you spoke about art, and how art is a way to reduce anxiety and stress levels, and also just to that it, you know, it improves your mood. Being creative is just so good for the soul. It's almost, you know, almost the same feeling that you get of like dancing. But with art, there's the thing that afterwards you actually have this amazing thing, or maybe, well, in my case, not so amazing, but I think it's great. Well, I think it's great. You might not think it's amazing. But yes, so I started painting. I took my watercolors out and I started painting, and it's been amazing. So on the art side, so, actually, this is part of the questions we
Yeah.
discussed. What the creative things?
Yes. Yes. So yeah, art is actually scientifically proven to reduce stress and anxiety. It's a form of therapy, and you don't need to be an artist to enjoy art. You can just, even if you just scribble on a piece of paper and draw doodles, and if you like painting, like you said, now you got your watercolors out again. I started drawing with pen again. So whatever you like, even if you do a craft activity with your family, with your kids, get them involved. It's really fun and crazy, but it's fun to do a craft activity with your family. So any form of creative, yeah, drawing, painting, craft activity, it really helps with also bringing you into the moment. And it's also a form of active meditation because you are focused on doing this thing. Coloring in. I actually have a download link in my article for mandalas that you can download and print and color. Coloring in, it's a great therapy to sit and just color. So art is really important. We are all creative beings and we need some form of creative outlet. And even if you don't believe you are good enough to draw or whatever, no one will see it. Just do it. Just get something out and start using your creative skills and do something. Even if it's just like doodling on a piece of paper. But again, art can also be cooking or writing something. So even if you enjoy art, like looking at art of other artists, that's also it also does the same in your mind, in your body, of reducing stress. So just bring art into your life more.
Yeah. No, because that was something that I felt, well, you know, well, because I'm really not good at watercolors, but just sitting down and just starting to do some, well, this creative something, and what happens in what I was observing myself. I was sort of, it gave me an opportunity to actually stand back from myself and observe what a quiet mind is like. And I was so grateful for your article, because as I was sitting there, it was the first time that I actually became observant of my own thoughts or no thoughts, which was what was an incredible place to be, and just to feel that feeling, or that place of wholeness, and just this quietness, and while I was creating, because I wasn't thinking about cooking dinner. I wasn't thinking about you know, what are we going to do at Seoul when we get back after the lockdown? I wasn't thinking of, you know, today's interview, or you know, the argument that I had with my mother last week. It was just a place of complete stillness, which doesn't often happen. Well, not for me. I've got one of those busy minds, and yeah, there's always something going on. So it was just wonderful to see myself in the stillness, and I really enjoyed it, like, a lot. So thank you for bringing that point up. Wow. So then there was something else that you also spoke about, and that is focusing on your senses. And
Yes.
the sense of smell was something specifically that you brought up.
Mm. Mm. Definitely. Smells are, yeah, we actually know that how important smells are for us. It brings up memories. But essential oils are really great to use if you have to lift your mood. In the article, there's a few suggestions that I put down, but you can actually just have whatever you have at your home. You can look up the essential oil and see what that will help you with. But ways that you can use them as on your, if it's an oil that you can use on your skin, you can rub on your wrist and just take a few deep breaths in of that essential oil that you put on your skin. You can put them in a diffuser in your house, just in your bath water. When you take a bath, it lifts our mood in a subtle way. So lavender is really great for relieving stress. And if you can't sleep during this time, you might be having trouble sleeping. So lavender oil, even lavender, a few drops of lavender oil on your pillow will help also for sleep. Yes. And then peppermint is really good for increasing mental focus and alleviating fatigue. Also, yeah, great for headaches. So that's a nice one to put on your hand a bit and rub it in, and then you just, yeah, and just smell it and yeah, move it over your body. Yeah, really. Yes.
I like putting it on my head, and I've got it
Yeah.
around me the whole time.
Yeah. You just like move it over your body. It's really wonderful. And then lemon is a great mood booster. But you can use, there's many oils, as we know. Have a look at what you have and what you like, the smells that you like, and just start using them more in your house.
Yeah. And then also something that happened to me yesterday. I was just walking in my garden, and I was specifically, I'm fortunate to have quite a few essential oils because I like working with essential oils. But there's one oil that I don't have, and because obviously I can't go around shopping and driving around looking for the oil, and it's geranium. And geranium oil is such a favorite oil of mine. It's and I work with it specifically with detoxing the body, detoxing the liver specifically. It's really good for your digestive system. And I was like, and I was looking for some oils to put in my bath water because at the moment, I'm using it as well, like you suggested. And I don't have geranium oil. And then I was walking out in my garden, and I found a geranium plant in my garden, and I touched the leaves. And when I touched the leaves, the fragrance of the leaves, was on my hands, and it was almost the same thing. And I wanted to I wasn't planning on talking about it today, but for people who's watching, if you don't have essential oils in your house, and I know essential oils are also sometimes expensive for people to buy, you can actually use the leaves. Like for instance, when we speak about I know, like peppermint oil, you can even take the peppermint and put the leaves in your hands and just that fragrance of it, or make a peppermint tea and put that in your bath water.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Use the actual plants or fruit that are, sorry.
The fruit that, like seasonal fruit that are available at the moment.
Like lemon, the lemon rind. If you grate it, that zest, you can use that also. If you have lemon.
That's amazing. No, that sounds so well. Such amazing tools that we actually have, like easy ways of really just being good to ourselves and serving ourselves and our bodies through this time to step out of this anxiety and stress. And then lastly, just something that I wanted to touch on with you, Ilze, about, you were talking about something called unproductive worrying and how to cope with uncertainty. So how can one stop this unproductive worrying and cope with uncertainty? You know, and you know, that repeat of the negative thoughts in our minds, and when you know, when we have that, we begin to lose sight of positive things around us. How does
Yeah.
one reframe these thoughts?
So almost all the points that we mentioned already, to get moving, to move your body, or do an art project, or just do something, and not just sitting with your thoughts all the time, thinking. We often do that. We are so focused on worrying and thinking, but if you actually start doing something, it takes our mind off of that. So get moving, do something creative, even if it's cooking, and then to be in the moment, do things that you can actually focus on this present moment. Spend time with your family, do a creative something with your family, and then also something that I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but water. To use, yeah, but actually to go take a bath, or a shower, because water cleanses us, we know that. But then if you add salt to your bath water, or even to your shower gel, it also clears on an energetic level. It clears our bodies energetically, our aura, from any stuck emotions and stuff that are feeling heavy. So water with salt, to just, this is also like something that you can do, like I said, to get your mind off the worrying and sitting with your mind stuff. Do something, do the things that we talked about in this video, but just do something, and not just sit with your thoughts. And then choose what you are engaging with that's going on out there on your news feed. Like, specifically choose to not focus on all the bad that's going on, because just as much good is also going on, and choose to focus on that, to take your mind off of the things that are really starting to get heavy on you.
Yes, yes. Well, I think these ways that we discussed this morning, and that we've been talking about now, is also really helps us in the sense of, and I want to use, it's a word that came up for me yesterday, because there's a lady contacted me, and she said to me that she's going through a really rough time, you know, especially not needing to get up in the morning and go to the office, and almost the way that she described it is she feels quite stuck, because she doesn't feel like she has a specific purpose, not having to wake up at a certain time in the morning, you know, so she doesn't have that routine, that purpose of going to work, you know, she doesn't have to be at certain places at certain times, which seems to have been a driving force for her. And she, you know, she was saying that she hasn't she's been in her pajamas for the last 3 days, you know, and she's just sort of like feeling quite worried, because she's going into almost a state of depression, and she feels really stuck. She says just thinking of taking a bath for her, or, you know, like getting up and taking a bath and getting dressed, is like a huge thing. And I said to her, yeah, well, it sounds like you are in a state of what we call inertia. So it's a state of stuckness where we get stuck. And I think it's so easy for us at the moment, especially being in lockdown, especially people, I don't think, well, I think most parents don't have that problem because our kids tend to force us not to get into inertia because there's always lots to do.
That's true.
Yes, but for people who don't have children, that need taking care of, because that's almost something that gives a parent purpose, or gives us purpose, our children, and nurturing our children. For a lot of people that are out there that are on their own, or they don't have children, seem to get stuck in this place of well, today is just the same as yesterday, and tomorrow is going to be the same as today and yesterday. So, I don't have to be anywhere, or and people literally are lying marathon watching series. Not that you can't do that, but it just sort of like with this lady specifically, she was saying that she feels quite stuck, and she's starting to feel really low, really depressed. People are snacking and overeating, eating a lot of sugar, stuff like that is busy happening, and this affects everybody in quite a negative way. So I think that these tips and hints that you've or these ways that you've given and that we've spoken about today will also help our viewers that feel that they are quite stuck and in a place of inertia.
What I want to say about that, we have to remember that even though you feel that there's nothing that you can do now, because or you're not needed now, there's no purpose for me now. We all have a purpose, even if you're now in lockdown and you feel like, well, what? Because I can't go to my job. By looking after yourself, you are in some way also helping the people around you, even if you're alone, because we are all connected and we need to lift up the collective. So by looking after yourself, by getting up in the morning, taking a shower, doing a few of these tips that we gave here in your daily life or during the week, but shift your focus to, I have a purpose and there is something that I am that I can do to for myself to feel better. Just do those things for yourself. Focus on the if you keep on repeating all the negative going on and I'm not good enough and what's my purpose now, it's gonna be the reality that you live in. If you focus too much on all the bad stuff going on in the world, it's all you're going to see. So shifting the focus also to reframing our minds from the negative to the positive, looking for the good stories, looking for the good that's happening. You're going to start seeing that more, and that's also going to lift up your spirit and help you to actually get out of bed and look after yourself, and then be a better person for yourself. But in helping yourself, in giving that to yourself, you also help everyone around you, your family members, if there's people in your house that you live with, or just like being a more positive person towards your friends and people that you chat to during the day, instead of so focusing on oh, this is how I feel, and I can't get out of bed, and then everybody is saying that, and so you keep on repeating that in your life. And it's fine to have your off days. It's fine to be off balance sometimes. We all have our off days, but then what are the things that you can do to get you out of that? And take a shower in the morning and dress up, and even if you're just at home watching series, just do something to look after yourself, because as you do it more and more and more, it lifts up your spirit. It helps you to then start getting, oh, well, maybe I can do this, and getting a new idea. And however, but I've found that actually doing something for myself, looking after myself, new things can come in, and new ideas. And then I immediately feel better. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Ilse, I agree so much with you. I was looking, well, I was watching something on Facebook a few weeks ago, and there was this guy that was talking about this, what we're talking about now. That even if you just get up in the morning and you make your bed, when you've
Yes.
made your bed in the morning, you have accomplished and achieved something. One thing. There's one thing that you've done today, and that is you've made your bed. You know, and that gives us a sense of accomplishment, especially in this time where a lot of people don't feel that they have a purpose. You know, so doing these, like you say, like doing these things for ourselves, I cannot agree with you more. Is so important, and we, like you say, we are all connected. So when our thoughts are negative and we are depressed and we are in a downward spiral energetically, and this has an effect on your neighbors, it has an effect on the area that you live in, it has an effect on the city and on our country and on the world. So it's so important for us to, like you say, even if you are just going to watch your DVDs for the day, at least just get up, take a shower, put on a nice clean shirt, brush your teeth, you know, make yourself a nice cup of rooibos tea, go and sit in the sun for 5 minutes, and then get your series. You know, and make your bed.
Yes. Make your bed.
Make your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ilse, thank you so much. Was there anything else that you wanted to just share with us lastly? Or we've covered so many of these points today.
Yeah, it feels like we covered all of them.
Yes.
But yeah, so another mindfulness or a gratitude exercise that I do is we tend to forget the things that we wanted long ago. And then most of the time, if you start remembering that, and then you realize you have it now in your life. So that's also a gratitude exercise that people can maybe do, to actually go back to their dreams, what they wanted in their life. Maybe it was more time with their family, maybe it was time, and now we have that. But we're so focused on what's going on in the world and so negative about where's this going to go, that we don't realize that we actually now have time with our families, if that's something that you wanted. So to really focus on to be grateful during this time, even if you find one thing to be grateful for, because gratitude is something that really shifts our energy and really helps us to have more things to be grateful for. So yeah, try that. Look at the things that you've dreamed about and see how many of that is actually now part of your life. I do that often, and then I realize, oh wow, I've come a long way. And then it immediately lifts my spirit and wants me to dream even more, because look what I've created in my life. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. So today, I must tell you, I'm going to, I'm grateful, and my gratitude today goes towards being able to have this amazing conversation with you today, and being able to share some beautiful ways for everybody, and for myself and for everybody else who's watching this, to improve my life, to improve my thoughts, to raise my energy, and to bring in more light for me to grow as a person and to be somebody who can have hope. And can dream dreams. And I want to encourage people out there, guys, find a dream. If you don't have a dream, if you don't have something that you are hoping for, if you don't have that, we have time. Take a piece of paper, take a pen, and start writing down your dreams, even if it's just like writing down a story. That dream is important for you to raise and lift your spirits and your heart, because dreams can come true. And we see that every day, even if it's just small things. So if we start saying thank you, I always I have a thing. Well, I've got a thing going that I call my gratitude jar. I think many people have. You got your little boy there?
No, he's with me now.
That's fine. That's fine. No, so the gratitude jar that I do is that I often, when good things happen in my life, I just write it on a little post-it note and I just chuck it in my gratitude jar. And then when days come where I feel, oh, my life is so terrible and it's such a mess, then I go and I grab my gratitude jar and I open it up and I throw all the notes out, the things that I was grateful for over the last few months. And then I realized how blessed I actually am. Oh, look at that face.
He's bringing me flowers now. So I'm yeah. Grateful for having this little fairy with me every day, showing me to be in the moment. Okay, he says the dinosaur.
Oh, look at the dinosaur. Oh, blessed. Ilze, thank you so much. It was wonderful having this beautiful conversation for you, and just to be blessed with you giving us these amazing ways of how to reduce anxiety and fear, and just like negative, heavy energy in our lives, where we can just raise our spirits and be a positive force for ourselves and for the world around us.
No, it was wonderful. Thank you so much. And I hope some of this will help you. But yeah, just do them. Is my little me. Try them and see what works for you, and even add a few if there's things that you already do in your life to bring some hope and positivity into your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ilze. Have a beautiful day. And I just want to say thank you to all our viewers for joining us. And we all at our homes, we're all filming this from home with our kids and well, we've got cats. And I mean, I've got a table here lying full of Lego that belongs to my husband.
Awesome.
So thank you so much. And I'm just sending out so much love to everybody. And I'm just sending energy of hope and of well-being and positivity to anyone who's watching this today. And if you've got any questions, or if you want to engage on any of the things that we've discussed today, please feel free to comment under the comments of the Facebook post, of the video post. And I'm also going to be sharing the links on the Facebook page of mandalas that you can download and print at home if you want to color them or draw them, that Ilze's had on her article. And I will also be posting a link to Ilze's article so that you can go and read it. It is fantastic. It's fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanet. It was wonderful, really. Bye-bye.
Bye.